CS Sufia Khan, unmute yourself and tell me the screen visible and audible.
Yes, sir. The screen is visible, sir.
And audible, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last class we discussed about engineering materials broadly classified into two, ferrous and non-ferrous. The iron family, steel, all those things are belongs to ferrous and non-ferrous. Other than iron, all the metals belongs to non-ferrous group. Next, come to the point. That's the classification of metal that is classified into ferrous and non-ferrous metals. All of you is write down metals. All of you write down metals. Underline that. Below that, write down metals are classified as ferrous and non-ferrous metals. Non-ferrous metals based on the presence of or presence of or absence of iron as its main element. Suppose you have the question in the examination, define metals. For that question, write this much. Metals are classified as ferrous and non-ferrous metals based on the presence of or absence of iron as its main constituents. Next, you write down in uppercase letters ferrous metals. Underline that, put a colon and hyphen. Below that, write down first ferrous metals. Divide that into two. Divide that into two. First one, iron. Second one, steels. Again, divide iron into three. Starting cast iron. Second one, pig iron. Third one, wrought iron. Next, write down, divide cast iron into 4. Show the arrow mark like this. Show the arrow mark like that. First one, grey cast iron. First one, grey cast iron. Second one, white cast iron. Third one, malleable cast iron. Number 4, ductile cast iron.
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್.
ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
ಸರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಂತೆ ಸರ್, ಅಲೌ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್?
ಸರಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದಾರಂತ? ಈಗ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ.
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, 1 ನಿಮಿಷ.
Jayanadra? Say, first explanation for iron. Iron is classified into three: cast iron, pig iron, wrought iron. Say, pig iron and wrought iron both are raw materials for further manufacturing process. Further manufacturing process. All of you see the shaft used for transferring or transmitting the power from one place to the other place. Supporting the shaft using bearing. In the two ends, shafts are supported by bearing, and then the power is transmitted. You learn this in the chapter belt drives and gear drives. Next, the shaft. And one more thing, all of you seen TMT bars. All of you seen in the advertisement or in the TV, the TMT bars. See, the TMT bars are made from mild steel along with a few alloying metals. That the raw material for the TMT bar is pig iron. Some of the products are manufactured using pig iron and wrought iron. So these two are raw materials for further manufacturing process. But cast iron is classified into four: grey cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile iron. All of you see the machine tools: lathe, drilling machine, grinding machine, milling machine. Like so many machine tools are available in the machine shop. I will show you. In our machine shop, we have lot of machines: shaper, lathe, milling machine, drilling machine, slotting machine, grinding machine, like that. The components of the machine tools are usually made from grey cast iron or white cast iron. And some of the components in truck, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, particularly they are manufactured from cast iron. Depending upon the type of application and the type of force acting on the component, depending on that, they add the alloying elements to the cast iron. They produce white cast iron, grey cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile iron. All of you heard in Shumaga, we have Shantala ductile and grey iron foundry. They are the only foundry they manufacture grey cast iron and ductile cast iron. And also the special cast iron, it is called SG iron, spheroidal graphite iron. It is the one of the cast iron which is come under sub-classification of grey cast iron. That is the spheroidal graphite iron, SG iron. See that SG iron in the crystal structure, it has the face-centered cubic crystal structure along with the nodular structure. All of you seen nodules. The same type of nodular structure available in grey cast iron. In the sub-classification, spheroidal graphite iron, the carbon particles are available in the form of nodules. That is called grey cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile cast iron. In some of the machine tools, we need head or base of the machine tool. So in that, we have the flat, long, plain castings. There they use malleable. The name it indicates malleable cast iron. See, all the four types of cast irons are used in manufacturing components for machine tools and automobiles. Next comes the point, very, very important for engineers. That is, the steels are classified into carbon steel, alloy steel, tool steel. The tool steel, all of you seen the tools, chisels, cutter, and all the single point cutting tool or multi-point cutting tool. For example, twist drill used for making of hole in the component. That is tool steel and carbon steel. Say, I have told you the 3 types of carbon steels are available: low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel. All of you observe here: low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel. Say you have tools in your house, that is scissors and knife used in the kitchen, that is manufactured from low carbon steel. Remember, suppose you have this question in the competitive examination, the scissors and the knife used in the kitchen or in your house, that is manufactured from low carbon steel. Hello? Hello? Join a group. Okay?
No sir, join ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ sir.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಸ್, ನೀನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅದಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಕಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೃಪಾ ಅಂತ.
Okay. Sign up.
ಹಾ Say first classification, ferrous metals. The metals are classified into 2, ferrous and non-ferrous. All of you go through this. Hello?
ಸರ್ ಅದು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು.
ಇಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ನೀವೇ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡು.
ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ. ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಸರ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್
ಹಾ ಹಾ ಹಾ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಂಗೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್, ನಿನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದು, ನಂದಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Hello? The metals are classified into ferrous and non-ferrous metals. Write down all of you. Divide the ferrous into 2, iron and steel. Again, divide the iron into 3, cast iron, pig iron, and wrought iron. Pig iron and wrought iron are the raw material for further manufacturing process. The cast iron is classified into 4, gray cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile cast iron. Next, the steel. See, the tools particularly used in machine tools in your house, and the tools is made from the steel. The carbon steels are low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel. The low carbon steel tools are the knives, chisel, and the other cutting tools used in the industries. Medium carbon steel, all of you see the blade or the blade used in sawmill for cutting of the wood, that is called medium carbon steel. High carbon steel, say this is the high carbon steel, particularly the chisel and the hammer used in the day-to-day life. The chisel used for carving of wood. So that's the high carbon steel. The alloy steel tools. Some of the tools used in lathe and milling machine and drilling machine and grinding purpose or removing thin layer of metal by using chisel that's made from alloy steel. Tool steel, that is the twist drill and other types of tools are used in machine tool. So this is the explanation for metals. All of you write down the metals. Metals are classified into ferrous and non-ferrous. Here you can observe here iron and steel. Iron is classified into cast iron, pig iron, wrought iron, grey cast iron. Again, the cast iron is divided into 4: grey cast iron, white cast iron, malleable cast iron, ductile cast iron. And the steel, the carbon steel, alloy steel, tool steel. Again, the carbon steel are classified into 3: low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel. So this you have already studied the engineering materials. Next, write down very important. Write down very important. Many question papers you have this question. List and explain briefly. List and explain briefly the mechanical properties of metal. First, you write down the title, mechanical properties of metals. Underline that. First, you write down the title, mechanical properties of metals. Below that, write down the question, list and explain briefly mechanical properties of metals. Mechanical properties of metals. Underline that. In the examination, you have to write minimum 6 and maximum any numbers. Usually, you have this question for 5 marks. First, write down strength. Underline that, put a colon hyphen. Say, strength of the material. How do you define this? See, if you apply the load outside, apply the load or force from the outside of the material or component, it should not break or it should not change its shape and size. That is called yielding. That's called yielding. You have a metal piece. If you apply the force by using hammer or by using any force applying machine tool, that is the universal testing machine. If you apply the force on the component, it should not break or it should not change its size and shape. That is yielding. That is called yielding. First, you write down number 1, strength. Underline that, put a colon hyphen. Strength is the ability of a material. Write down. Strength is the ability of a material to resist the externally applied load, LOAD, externally applied load, or forces without breaking or yielding. Without breaking or yielding. Next line, write down number 2, stiffness. Stiffness. Underline that, put a colon hyphen. See, you are all belongs to engineering, whether it may be computer science or mechanical, electrical or civil. One thing you have to remember in your lifetime, elastic property of a material. Elastic property and plastic property. First, learn what is elastic property. See, for example, you have a specimen of 100 millimeter cube, 100 millimeter cube. If you apply the load on that cube, the cube is made of mild steel. If you apply the force or load on the cube and go on increasing the load from 100 kgs to 5,000 kgs, that is 5 ton, 5 ton. Increasing the load in intervals 100 kg, 200 kg, 300 kg, 400 kg, like that. Up to 200, up to 2,800 kg, you will not observe any deformation in the cube. Any deformation, remember, this is very, very important. Up to 2,800 kgs of load, you will not observe any deformation in the cube. At that point, if you remove the load, the atoms and molecules are in a equilibrium position, tendency to go back to its normal equilibrium position. For that reason, there is no deformation or there is no change in the shape and size of the cube up to 2,800 kgs of load. That load up to 2,800 kgs of load is called elastic limit. The elastic limit of the material up to 2,800 kgs. Elastic limit of the material, that is the specimen is made from mild steel that can withstand the load up to 2,800 kgs. That is called elastic limit. Elastic limit of the material made of mild steel. Next, come to the point. If you apply the load in interval, if you go on increasing the load 2,900, 2,900, 3,000, 3,100, and you go on increasing the load up to 4,800 kg. In the naked eye itself, you can observe the change in the dimension of the cube. Dimension of the cube. There will be increase in the horizontal direction. If it is compressive load, that there will be change in the dimension of the size and shape of the cube. If you stop the loading of the specimen, remember, after 2,800, if you go on increasing the load 100 kgs at a time, you can see the change in the shape and size of the specimen. And if you stop the loading of the specimen, the shape will not go back to its normal equilibrium position. The changes are permanent. If you observe the specimen, there will be pressing of the specimen, the diameter or the longitudinal increasing the length of the specimen you observe in the naked eye inspection itself. That is permanent deformation. Up to 4,800 kgs, you see the deformation in the specimen. If you continue the loading 4,800 to 5,000 kgs, there will be a breaking of the specimen takes place. That is called ultimate load or breaking load. Ultimate load or breaking load, that is permanent. In your lifetime, remember two types of limits. One is elastic limit, other one is plastic limit. The plastic deformation or elastic deformation. Elastic deformation is temporary. If you remove the load or if you stop the loading of the specimen, the atoms and molecules go back to its normal equilibrium position, so that you will not observe any change in the dimension of the specimen within the elastic limit. Within the elastic limit. If it is a plastic limit, you observe the change in the shape, dimension of the specimen. That is plastic deformation. That is permanent. If you stop at that load, if you remove the load in the plastic limit, the changes, deformation are permanent. So that's very, very important. Elastic deformation and plastic deformation. Remember two words. Elastic deformation is irreversible. Reversible. Elastic deformation is reversible. Plastic deformation irreversible. These two sentences are very, very important for mechanical, civil, computer science, or any engineer. Remember in your lifetime, elastic deformation is reversible. Plastic deformation is irreversible. Even though if you remove the load in the plastic limit, the atoms and molecules are not in a position to go back to its normal equilibrium position. These two factors are very, very important. Next, come to the point, write down the definition. Stiffness, underline that. It is the ability of a material resist deformation under stress. Say, the stiffness is very, very important for tools. If there is no stiffness is present in the tools, if you apply the force on the tool, which will deform. So for that reason, the modulus of elasticity, all of you observe here, the word modulus of elasticity, that is elasticity, all of you observe here. If you apply the load, deforms. If you remove the load, it comes back to its original position. That is modulus of elasticity is the measure of stiffness. Write down the definition. Stiffness is the ability of a material. Stiffness is the ability of a material to resist deformation. Resist deformation under stress. Under stress. Under stress. First up, the modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity is the measure of stiffness. Measure of stiffness. Next line, write down. Number 3, as I told you, within the elastic limit, if you stop the loading of the specimen, the atoms and molecules are come back to its original normal equilibrium position. So that's very, very important. Now you write down. Elasticity is the property of a material. Elasticity is the property of a material to regain its original shape. Original shape after deformation. After deformation. In bracket, write down. In bracket, write down. Atoms or molecules. Atoms or molecules are in a atoms or molecules are in a tendency to come back to its normal equilibrium position. Close the bracket. Close the bracket. I repeat, atoms or molecules are in a tendency to come back to its normal equilibrium position. Close the bracket. When the external forces are removed. when the external forces are removed. This property is desirable. This property is desirable for materials used in tools and machines. Materials used in tools and machines. Full stop. Next property, mechanical property, write down. No need to write. It may be noted that steel is more elastic than rubber. Don't write this sentence. Next, you write down number 4, plasticity. Plasticity. Say after tools and machines, in bracket write down, in square bracket write down square bracket write down, elasticity is reversible. In square bracket write down, elasticity is reversible. Close the bracket. Next, you write down number 4, plasticity. Plasticity. Underline that. Put a colon and hyphen. Plasticity is the property of a material Plasticity is the property of a material which retains the deformation produced under load permanently. Produced under load permanently. In bracket write down atoms or molecules are not in a position go back to its normal equilibrium positions. Go back to its normal equilibrium positions. Close the bracket. This property is necessary for forging. This property is necessary for forging. Say all of you used spanners, open-ended spanner and double-ended spanner, ring spanner, pipe wrench. Say all the tools are manufactured from forging process. The plastic limit or plasticity properties very much essential for the tools, double-ended spanner, ring spanner, and pipe wrench. Next, write down stamping images on coins. Stamping images on coins, ornamental work, etc. After etc., write down square bracket, write down plasticity is irreversible. Plasticity is irreversible. Close the square bracket, put a full stop. Plasticity is irreversible. Next, you write down number 5. Ductility. Ductility. Underline that. Put a colon and hyphen. See, all of you see aluminium wire, copper wire, steel wire. Aluminium wire used for service mains supplied to your house for the power supply from the MESCOM. MESCOM, KEB. They supply the electric power to your house through the service mains. Service mains means there will be 2 wires are present. One is neutral, other one is phase. That wire is manufactured from aluminium. And in your house, you have lot of switches, sockets, and other items. So the circuit, electrical circuit in your house, you see the wire that may be thick wire or thin wire. Lot of small thin wires are present. Say those wires are manufactured from copper. Particularly today, we are using aluminium and copper for manufacturing of wires in electrical applications. What are the properties required for copper wire and aluminium wire? That is ductility. Remember, in your lifetime, ductility is the property of a material enabled to be drawn into wires. Enable it to be drawn into wires with the application of tensile force. If you pull the wire, there will be change in the diameter of the wire. Length increases, diameter decreases. Remember, ductility, the property of a material enabling it to be drawn into wire. The good example, aluminium wire, copper wire used in our electrical circuit. You might have seen the switchboard, you might have seen the electrical controls are connected by wire that's made from copper. The property, the material that enables to be drawn into wire with the application of tensile forces. Tensile forces. All of you write down. Ductility is the property of a material. Ductility is the property of a material enabling it to be drawn into wires. Enable it to be drawn into wires. Underline the words drawn into wires. Drawn into wire. Underline the sentence drawn into wire with the application of tensile force. Tensile force is nothing but one end is fixed, other end is pulled. Underline the words tensile force. Full stop. Ductile materials commonly used are copper, aluminium, mild steel, nickel, zinc, tin, lead, etc. Lead, etc. Say in the examination, you have this question: list and define. List and define the mechanical properties of material. All of you please write down. List and define the mechanical properties of material. You write minimum 6, maximum how much you remember. Now I stop at this stage. I will continue in the next class. Now you write down your name and USN in the chat box. Answer roll call. All of you unmute yourself. Answer roll call. All of you unmute yourself and answer roll call. Surya S. Zikriya Ahmad.
Present, sir.
Deepti.
Present, sir.
Vachana.
Present, sir.
Shravya.
Present, sir.
Rupa,
Present, sir.
Vinayashri,
Present, sir.
Pooja R,
Present, sir.
Vinayaka S,
Present, sir.
Tanmayi,
Present, sir.
Sanjana TR,
Present, sir.
Vibha GM,
Present, sir.
Neha GR,
Present, sir.
Vaishnavi N,
Present, sir.
Kushi MA,
Present, sir.
Vanushri,
Present, sir.
Spandana,
Present, sir.
Yatindra,
Present, sir.
Rukmini,
Present, sir.
Ruchita,
Present, sir.
Sakshi,
Present, sir.
Yashaswini,
Present, sir.
Anushri,
Present, sir.
Samarth N,
Present, sir.
Siri KS,
Present, sir.
Sriom, Samarth G,
Present, sir.
Shivansh Verma,
Present, sir.
Junaid Fardin,
Present, sir.
Jason,
Jason, present, sir.
Vanyashri,
Present, sir.
Manya,
Present, sir.
Syed Akil,
Present, sir.
Swati HR,
Present, sir.
Deepti,
Present, sir.
Suchitra,
Present, sir.
Kushal, Varsha,
Present, sir.
Manoj JP,
Manoj P, sir. Present.
Manoj P, Shreya S, Bharadwaj,
Present, sir.
Rukmini S,
Present, sir.
Sufyan Khan, Srijan, Prajna,
Present, sir.
Prajna,
Present, sir.
Amruta,
Present, sir.
Varshita,
Present, sir.
Mohammad Sahil,
Present, sir.
Sanjana,
Present, sir.
Manikya,
Present, sir.
Vishwas, Shraddha CS,
Present, sir.
Vineet G,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Tanyata,
Present, sir.
Surya S,
Present, sir.
Jason W. George.
Jason W. George, sir.
Okay, Jason W. George. Okay. Anybody else? Please tell me your name.
Sir, Shreya G.
Okay, Shreya G.
Johnson.
Okay, next. Jason. Okay, next.
Johnson.
Okay, Shriyam. Okay. Okay, Shriyam. Okay. Anybody else? Now I stop at this stage. I will continue the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.